Hey everyone, it is another Comic Book Wednesday, and I have a ton of really good stuff, some new issues, #1 issues I'm really excited for. I'll start off with, though, I got an awesome trade paper. I saw this in the last previews, and I had to have it because it's Garth Ennis and Mark Dos Santos, and it looks amazing. It's called A Train Called Love. I do believe it's been out for a while. I don't know. Maybe it's new. First printing? No, first printing. Okay, so it's just something they did. I know there was actual, like, comic books, but I got the trade because it looks amazing. And the back just, I think, explains it really well. It, guns, gangsters, mayhem, dubious films, mad Germans, obscene phone calls, total losers, hot chicks, movie stars, unrequisite crushes, a big fluffy white rabbit, taxidermy, incontinence, terrible bands, and a rather unpleasant scene involving an escalator. So, and it's thus shall we explore the highs and lows of love, and that's what the whole thing is about, is like this whole big huge web of all these different love stories. And it's Garth Ennis, so it's like super not safe for work, very mature readers. Okay, so I don't even know, there were so many good pages when I was flipping through here, but the art is really crisp and clear. I think it's really interesting. Let me see if I can find a good page. Get y'all interested. There's a lot of cuss words and really disturbing scenes. Okay. Not for the faint of heart. So here's a good one. I think that's kind of cool. I don't know who these characters are. I haven't read it or anything. But you can kind of tell the art. It's the same as the cover. So the cover really kind of clues you in on what the art's going to be. And then the back gives you the little picture there. I'm guessing they may be kind of like the main people, so I'm really excited to get into that. But trades always get pushed to the back because I have so many like actual like singles I'm reading. So I have two new #1s this week. The first is The Few, okay, and it's from Image. This is #1. Okay, so that's that, and I have no idea what it's about. I know it's about, it's like sci-fi-y, future America, things have gone to total chaos. But I think this first page I looked at kind of, I don't know, maybe gives you the clue. So it gives you a map of the United States, and it says in the blue is palace control. So there's apparently some sort of ruler in control, and then the red dots are clean water. So the east and west coast are completely out of clean water, and now you're stuck in the middle of the country and in the south, kind of like through that whole Midwest and South area. And then the art is really fascinating. Alright, so you can kind of see here what's going on with that. So the beginning is like a woman's in the woods with a kid, and everyone's got guns. So that's kind of all I can really tell from just flipping through it, but it looks really good, art's interesting, and I think it'll be great. So I'm looking forward to it. We will see how that goes. And then the one I've been super looking forward to, Curse Words. Alright, so a wizard, kind of a badass wizard. So I ended up getting the Scotty Young cover, which was a variant cover, and I'm really excited about it. And I think it's amazing. It's just a great cover. So obviously going to be a mature comic book. And it's a wizard living in like the modern world and doing crazy stuff. And wow, I am so excited for this. So super stoked. Okay, so we'll just open to a random page. Very colorful, super excited. Can't wait to get into it. I just love, this comes from the guy who wrote or put together God Hates Astronauts, and if you ever read that, it's a total riot. It is hysterical. So I have a feeling this is going to be super awesome. Plus, he has like a little koala bear sidekick, and he's super cute. So that's awesome. All right, he's like a hipster wizard, I guess is the best way to put that. So definitely excited to read that. So those are my new stuff, and then this is the stuff I just want to mention that is amazing and you should be reading because it's awesome. The first one is Descender. And I really love the cover this month. It is so awesome. This is a character that they haven't featured before, especially on a cover, I don't think. It's usually Tim, the robot, or, you know, the more main characters. And so I think it's really cool that he's on the front. And then, you know, we got our story ongoing. And hopefully you've been reading this. If not, we are on issue 18. So probably a good idea to pick up the trade or check it out. Descender. Good space story. Okay, love it. And the cover was great. Next, we have issue 25 of Manifest Destiny, and it is a thick one, so I'm super excited. I have a feeling we're going to learn a lot. Plus, my favorite color is purple, and this cover is really, really cool. Kind of shows you all of the, like, the things that Lewis and Clark have been dealing with. All the monsters and stuff. Okay, so those are all the monsters that you've seen before. And we'll check this out. I don't want to give away anything. We'll just check out. That's a good page. Alright. So they're, you know, going to the Wild West. It's, you know, Lewis and Clark, but definitely a supernatural twist on the story. Next we have Mayday, which I actually haven't read yet, but I've been told it's really good. This is number 3 of 5, and this is the Cold War thriller where Russian spies go to California and they're trying to survive. And so those are always fun. Gotta love a good secret agent Cold War thing. So actually, we'll just look at the first page for the second one. I like this. Okay, so that's our Russian spies. Alright. I think it's cool the back is like an old record. I think that looks awesome. Okay, so Mayday. I'll have to let you guys know. I'll have to go ahead and read it since it's almost over anyways. Now, lo and behold, Theyre Not Like Us is back. It took a little bit of a hiatus. I don't know how long, but I feel like it's been a few months at least. So I don't even know. I think I've mentioned this comic book, probably. So they're back, and it's these group of kids that are pretty much taken out of their homes. Most of their parents are murdered, and they have some sort of special ability. Reading minds, controlling people, all kinds of weird stuff. And they just get into a lot of trouble. There's obviously people who want to use them for their own purposes because they have these special powers, and it's just kind of like how they deal with living in the real world and having these special powers. And so I think I'm actually gonna have to go back and reread the last issue. So this is number 13. I think I'm gonna go back and have to reread the last issue because it's been a while. But I highly suggest this book. I think it's really well done, and like the kind of underlying themes are very like real. They may have special powers, but it goes into kind of some real deep stuff. Another one is Postal, and I just thought that this cover was really, I guess it's not weird, but it's different. It reminds me of the cover that I showed you guys that I really liked where they were in the car, the convertible. And so it's just a little bit different art. And pretty brutal there with all the like blood coming out, and that's the city like lining it. That's really interesting. I think this is the dad of the kid. So if you read the story, you know what I'm talking about. Let's see, it always goes into the story so far and what was happening and all that stuff. Kind of refills you in. But Postal is about a city where it's kind of a safe haven for criminals, and they can live there, but they have to follow, you know, the rules of the mayor, and that's the mayor and her son. And so they kind of run everything and make sure that the people stay in line. And so it's just a really fascinating story, and also goes into kind of the depravities of American society, kind of blows that open, so that's fun. 2 more. October Faction is also back. I feel like this is coming out slowly, and I just love this cover. It's so creepy and awesome. I love it. With the eyeball. I remember the last issue, the dad was in a pretty bad spot. Yeah, okay. So that's what's happening now. If you like vampire, werewolf type stories and ghosts and things, then you'll love this. And then it's a family who like fights those things, and I just think it's fun. It's not mature or anything. Like, I think most people could probably, I mean, it says it's suggested for mature readers, but I think it's really tastefully done. It's really good. Plus the art is just blows my mind every time. And last but not least, Kill or Be Killed. We also got a #1 of those. Another one. So number 5. And this one's fascinating because it goes into this guy's life. He was just some random dude, you know, going to college, doing the thing, living life, not super happy or anything, and he starts killing people, and he is under the impression that a demon is telling him to do it, and the demon is keeping him alive, I guess. He's saying, you know, oh, I'll give you this awesome life if you kill these people and whatever. So that's what he does. He finds bad people and he kills them. He's like a vigilante, but a vigilante being controlled by a demon. So it's really fascinating. The art also, and it really goes into this guy's mental thinking. So there's a lot of writing. There's actually a lot of dialogue as well. You can kind of see. So there's a lot of dialogue, and then there's just a lot of kind of the main character's thoughts and what he thinks about what he's doing and the killing, and is it okay to be a vigilante and take out bad people, and you know, what does that make him? So very fascinating. Really like this one. So awesome week this week. Lots of things that I have suggested that I read on a constant basis, plus the new ones. Really excited for curse words. Other than that, no pop dolls or anything else, just straight comic books this week. So I hope y'all had also a great poll this week and are excited for your comic books. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, whatever, suggestions for me, please let me know. We can chit chat about it. And yeah, other than that, have a great rest of your week, and I'll see y'all again next Wednesday. Peace out, dorks.